All right. Well, as we honor U.S. service members on this Memorial Day, the Air Force, Army, and Marine Corps say they are expected to meet their recruitment goals after several difficult years. But the Navy predicts it will be some 6,200 enlistees short of its more than 40,000 goal, marking the second year in a row the service will not be able to attract enough sailors. Joining us now is the Iraq War veteran, CEO as well of the Iraq and Afghanistan Veterans of America, Allison Jaslow. Allison, nice to see you as always. Great to speak with you as always. Thank you for talking to us on this Memorial Day. I wonder sort of what you think about on a day like this and what you make of those numbers that we just discussed.
Well, what I think most of all about on a day like today is my buddy who I lost in Iraq. Essentially executing the same moves that I would if I was in his position. You know, somehow I made it back and he didn't. And so what I do is recommit to a promise I made after we lost him to live a life worthy of a sacrifice. And that's what I would encourage all of your viewers to do when they're thinking about the fallen this Memorial Day.
You know, I'm sure you heard some of there from Congressman Brian Mast, and obviously his message about looking forward for what happened to him. PTSD, I know I've talked with you about this a bunch with veterans. How common is it? 7 out of every 100 veterans will have PTSD. Among female veterans, that number is nearly double, 13 out of 100. I wonder what you think needs to be done on that front. And there's also, Allison, been this push here in Washington. We were just talking about Congressman Crenshaw, for example, for trying to get potentially psychedelics to those who suffer PTSD. I wonder where you are on that issue.
Well, our organization, supported by our members, has taken a position in support of psychedelics and psychedelic-assisted therapies, what others are calling, breakthrough therapies in mental health care for veterans. Congressman Crenshaw, was a special operations soldier, and this is especially important to the special operations community, where we've asked these Navy SEALs and U.S. Special Forces soldiers to deploy over and over and over again. Right. Many of them are going outside of the country to get psychedelic-assisted therapy that they're seeing dramatically change the lives of their battle buddies. And you have veterans or those who are still serving reaching into their own pocket and or fundraising for their buddies to get them this care. And we believe that they should be able to get that care here at home and that the VA should be able to pay for it.
Allison, as I sit here in Washington, I see you're in New York, but I wonder when you think of Congress or even the executive branch, on sort of any issue that touches veterans, what do you think that they need to do? What's at the top of your priority list?
Well, as I told a hearing room earlier this year, I think members of Congress are really good at pandering to veterans and to championing our so-called issues. But I think veterans are like most Americans right now. And what we want more than anything else is leadership. We want to look up and look at Washington, D.C. and feel like we are being led by people who deserve not only our votes, but our commitment and share our commitment to this country more than anything else. And so I think, when I think about issues, especially in such an important year as this year, that's what many of our members want more than anything else out of their elected leaders.
Allison Jaslow, we'll leave it there. As I mentioned, it is nice to speak with you as always, and hope to hear from you again soon. Thanks, Allison.
Yes, thank you for recognizing the meaning of the day.
Thank you for watching, and make sure you go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.